Arden Labs, specializing in high-performance software consulting, training, staffing, and development. Module 12, Testing. You are now watching Lesson 12.6, Code Coverage.
A little hidden gem that Go has in the testing tool is that code coverage. Now, when I ask developers what level of code coverage should they have, when they say 100, I'm always like, whoa, 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 slow down. Maybe 100% of your happy path, but with all the error handling we do in Go, to get to 100% of your regular path or say overall 100%, it's just not possible. I like trying to get to about 70 to 80% code coverage before I say that a piece of code is done. So let me show you how you can look at your code coverage here in Go. So I've moved into a package that I have called TCP. The TCP package is a package I wrote to help support writing any sort of TCP protocol. And I've got a bunch of files in here, and I've got a bunch of test files in here. But what I want to do now is make sure that these test files that I have are giving me enough code coverage to feel comfortable that we've got enough unit testing. So one of the first things I can do is say go test and then use the cover switch. Now what that's going to do is run all those tests and then give me a total number of coverage that I should have. And you can see here this package is failing in terms of that 70%. So there's definitely more work to be done here. But the question now becomes, well, what is being covered and what isn't being covered? And what we can do here is get a cover profile. So what I can say is go test, and this time I say cover profile, and I tell it to write that profile to some file like c.out. Now, it's going to give me that 58.3% again, but also what it's going to do is give me the c.out file. The question now is, how do I look at this c.out file? Well, Go has the cover tool. And all you have to do is tell the cover tool that you want to view that profile in HTML mode. What that's going to do is bring up our browser and at a file level tell us where we're at. So we could see here that the TCP Go file was at 50% coverage. And now I can scroll into this here, and you can see that this is all red, right? We can see that, so there's coverage missing here. We're not testing any of that code. Here's code that we are testing. It's all green. There it is. I'm sure we've got some more red. So there's a bunch of error handling here that we're not doing. And I can just come through here, and here's a big one right here, right? This is a function called drop. I must have added this drop function at some point, and I forgot to write a unit test for it. So this is something good too that you can do as we're validating PRs, as you're doing code reviews. We could then run those cover profiles and get a nice visual look at what our cover profile is, and get into these browser windows and get that full kind of view. Go test dash, even just cover again, and we could see where we're at overall. In this case, again, Bill has a lot of work to do to get this code base back up to 70%.